Hello,
What's up? What?
mob family. What's what?
Do you like?
Yeah. See if we're on live. Good morning, mob family. Peaches. Peaches right here. I see one person's here. Good morning. Because the screen is narrower, Peach has to be closer. Good morning, Craig. Welcome. Good morning, Timothy. Welcome. Good morning, Dan. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Morning, Paige. Hello, Jasmine. Hello, Diane. Good morning. We are live. So give me the sit rep. Make sure I'm not lagging too much. Make sure you guys can hear me. Good morning, Jenny. Welcome. Awesome. Hello, Luann. Oh, it's cutting in and out. Good morning, Heather. So it might be your connection, because a lot of people are telling me that it's okay. I like that, outfidels. That's awesome. Good morning, Malcolm. Actually, good afternoon, Malcolm. You want to wave, say hello?
Hello.
Yeah, that's Dolly's voice. Dolly's saying hello from the side.
Hi.
That's the little Valkyrie, Z. Hello, Amanda. Welcome. Hello, Davina. I'll send you some sunshine. Excellent. Thanks, Craig. Dragon. I hope everyone's doing okay. I shaved off the fuzz for a while because it was really getting on my nerves. So, excellent, Malcolm. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback, guys. I hope you're all doing well. All right, let me jump into the usual. Dolly's watching. Hello, Dolly. Hey, Noah. Morning. Hello, Tanya. How are you? Good morning, Sarah. Okay, I'll go through all the mornings. Good mornings, hellos first before we settle in. Give everyone a chance to get here. You have something you want to say? Okay. All right, so let me just jump into the announcements. You're very welcome, Luann. Chrisman, hey, where are people? We have people on YouTube. So good morning, Clint, and good morning, Tommy. Hello, YouTube people. Oh, they're new subscribers. Thank you, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to share. Thank you for joining us this morning. Morning, Chris Mendoza. How are you? All right, so let me quick shout out to everything. Hello, everyone. Hello, world. Hello. I want to say hi to everyone. Everyone on YouTube, to the tribe, to my sister who's driving home at this moment from work, and to all the tribe here, some of them are in class, and some of them right here next to me. And to the big ones, Josh and Tito, who aren't here, Ashley, who watches occasionally. So hello to everyone. To the 2 YouTube subscribers, thank you for being with us. You know, sometimes I know a lot of people don't do Facebook. Thank you for being with us on YouTube. I know we're out there in the world. Let me just quick catch up on hellos. Hello, good morning, Linda. Good morning, Carrie. I hope you're getting a lot of votes, Carrie. Everyone in the mob, don't forget to vote for Carrie's work on voice.com, I believe is the site. So we are live to the world. Awesome. All right, so please don't forget to find us on Instagram under Bitten Peaches. I put up little excerpts from the book, so you'll see quotes from the books. So we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and find us, like, subscribe, share, just, spread the word. Don't forget to join the newsletter, so go to orlandoasanchez.com and sign up, and that way you get kind of advanced news of things that are happening. And if you're on Facebook, you should try and join the mob, because the mob is where you want to be. So the Montague and Strong Case Files group. Find us, answer the questions, or the mods will not let you in. Good morning, Jeanette. Welcome. We also have a ZAZZLE store, so go to our store and pick up some swag. We've got puzzles and masks, posters, cups, mugs, stickers, magnets, everything. Pretty much, Dolly's just making it like the the place to go to for all Montague Strong swag. Actually, it's the other stuff too. There's Wander stuff there also.
Yes.
Night Warden stuff and other things as well. So go there and get some stuff.
And the dive.
And the dive
T-shirt.
stuff. Yeah, dive t-shirts. That's right. Jenny goes, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day. Yes. What are you doing up at 1? Oh, that's right, Jeanette. You're in Australia. Wow. Well, hello from up above to you down under. Hello. And thanks for being here at 1:30 in the morning for you. Wow. Well, you're hanging out with us. That's what you're doing up at 1:30 in the morning, which is awesome. Jeanette, thank you for being here. Okay, so let me give you an update. Oh, wait. You know what I didn't do? I didn't start the timer. So hold on a second, guys. Let me start the timer because we're on the phone. So we're starting. I need to have a timer, else we'll be here all day. Okay. All right. Cool. So let me just give you the update, the rundown of everything. So Blood Rule is doing really well. I think we're #1 new release again. We were #1 new release a few hours after it went live because you guys are just awesome. And then it stopped for a little while, and now it's #1 new release again. So you guys are fantastic. Please just keep reading, and if you haven't left a review on Blood Rule, and I'm looking at you guys, leave a review because it helps the book. So let's see what everyone's saying. Yeah, cold and wet is not fun. So you have to forgive me if I miss you guys because on the you know what I could do? I could put up a window on the because I'm on the phone, but I could put a window up on the computer, which is right in front of me, and then I can see what you guys are saying, real time, technology. Whoa. So let me see. Hold on. Give me a moment, guys. Let me just set this up really well. Craig, the Michiko box set. When is the Michiko box set coming out? In about a week or so? 2 weeks? About 2 weeks. Yeah. Yes, Malcolm, I do see them. And there's a lot of them. I was surprised by how many there were. So you guys are awesome. Yeah, now I can see you guys. If I miss something, I can see you guys online. So that's awesome. And then I also have access. Look, you guys blew it out with questions this time. I have a whole bunch of questions that I will get to at the end of this session, at the end of this episode. This is episode 32, so it's awesome. Yes, I am watching with me. Yes. See, I'm doing one of these Ziller things where I can watch while I'm watching while I'm doing. Welcome, Laura. How are you? Wow, is it that cold, Carrie, that you have gloves on, or are you just normally cold? Wow, yeah, that sounds pretty cold. Okay, so let me continue. You guys keep sharing. So leave your reviews. Currently, what are we doing currently? Walking the Razor is currently being done. I know some of you asked for snippets, so I'll probably drop a snippet to start off your weekend later after the episode is done, after our Mob TV Cafe Clutch is done. So I'll drop off a snippet in the Mob just for you guys. And it's really interesting. Jessica and Simon I can't give away too much, but they're having a lot of fun, put it that way. Chris, I can only imagine how many screens you have going. So yeah. Wow, it's really the snow in Leeds. Thanks, Malcolm. I'm gonna stay away from the UK for a little while. I don't think the UK wants anyone from the US right now anyway, with the COVID and everything happening. So yeah, we're gonna stay away from all that. Yeah, Jessica, she's growing on me as a character. Initially, I had her come in, but she's developing really well. There's some depth to her, as a character, and she's discovering a few things about the Black Orchid that's gonna eventually spur her going off on her own and have her own series. Jeanette, Simon's background starts in Requiem, which is the next book after Walking the Razor. So you'll find out more about that. Hello, Audrey. Welcome. Wow, Craig. 4 inches of rain, 36 hours. Below normal temps. Yes, but you guys have been getting slammed by storms down south. So yes, Craig. Stay safe, okay? Avoid all the flooding because it's getting really bad down there. Yeah, there's a little bit of lag, so I can see the statements a little slower on the actual page. Mm-hmm. All right, so there's also, okay, I can't give this one away yet, but there's a secret project in the works that I'm not doing it like the Rule of the Council, which is 3 cliffhangers. This is going to be 1 book, but 3 parts. And so it's going to be continuous, but it's 3 parts. And I'm writing that simultaneously with Walking the Razor because I don't want to take any time away from the next Sepia Blue. So I'm going to write those. They're in short novella type things like I did with Rule of the Council with Michiko Story, but they're really just 1 book in 3 parts. And so I'm writing that together as I'm writing Walking the Razor. Let's see what the Venus. So that's a secret project that you guys will obviously find out before anyone else, but I'm not saying anything about it yet. Let's see. Yeah, the Black Noir, Craig, that's the noir homework that you see is really going to be divided amongst Zephyr, which is the Dreamwalker series that's coming, and Black Orchid. So those 2 series are going to be more noir. And the secret project I'm working on is a little darker, it's more grimdark. Let's see. Jeanette says, inside your head is a Ziller field. Pretty much, yeah. Noah says, Detective Peaches. He already is a detective. He has the Brew and Chew crew. So they're going to be doing their thing. So I'll continue that at some point. I don't know if I don't want to make any promises for this year because it's already September, almost October. And I'm slammed in terms of the schedule, so probably early next year. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, Davina. Yeah, the darker stuff. The project that I'm working on together with Walking the Razor is a little darker. It has humor, but it's pretty much like gallows humor. So those of you who are nurses and ex-military will understand the humor will have a little bit more resonance with that kind of humor. Yeah, but it's definitely grimdark. Yeah, it's darker. Yeah. I've never written grimdark, so I'm trying to lean into that a bit more. So it's a little more graphic. It's a little more dark. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And if it doesn't work, it'll be a trilogy that's complete, and then I'll move on to something else. So, I saw something that Davina said, will she get jealous? She doesn't do jealousy. So, what can I tell you? She won't get jealous. And Jessica, once she finds out about Chi, she doesn't know about Chi yet, but Chi will appear in Walking the Razor because Walking the Razor takes place right after Blood Rule. Once she finds out about Chi, she there's no way anything would happen between Chi and Simon anyway, and Simon wouldn't even go that. After the date, you all know about the date. After the date, Simon knows better. So, Chris says, what's your face, Death? I laugh at you. Come back here and fight. Yeah, she doesn't do jealousy. She does extermination. Exactly, Luann. Yeah. Oh, Incognito. I like that one, Jenny. Can I steal it? I'm stealing that one. Incognito. I like that one. That is an excellent one. I'm going to use that one. So currently, Simon and Jessica are at Ezra's getting meat and information. And from there, they're going to go see Gray. So that's going to be interesting. So we'll see what happens. Good morning, Wendy. Welcome. Incognito is a real product. Links, or it's not real. That's what I say, Craig. All right, so let me continue. So yeah, there's a secret project. I won't give you the title. I'll just tell you it's darker. Yeah, it's darker. Female lead for that one, but she has a partner, a male partner, and it's fun. It's fun, dark but fun. Okay, audiobook number 6 will be out at the end of October. Wow, it's fast. Soon. What's the name? What's number 6 again? Dragons and Demigods. I'm asking Dolly if I'm looking off to the side. Dragons and Demigods is audiobook number 6, and then Bullets and Blades. Bullets and Blades will be out the end of November, hopefully. So yeah, so that's the audiobooks that are coming out. Hello, Leslie. Jeanette, let's see. Jeanette's looking forward to seeing how Simon and Mishka met. That's another story. That's a little harder to. It's not hard, but that's got to be a story, a tangent story. That one, because I don't want to put that into the M&S right now. Let's see. That's true, Noah. Says Orlando's drawn to the dark side faster than Rey in The Last Jedi. I didn't see The Last Jedi. Sorry. I'm protesting the last 3 movies pretty much. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, it's going quick. Okay, let's see. All right. I'm glad Wendy had a good show. Keep doing your shows, Wendy. I know there are a lot of people who like watching them, so keep doing your shows, and don't forget to put them up in the mob when you're about to do them, so you get more people watching your shows. Okay. Let's see. So after Walking the Razor, we'll do Sepia Blue is the next book, and we're nearing the end of the year, so I'm letting you know now. Sepia is probably going to be end of this year, early next year. So, but it'll be this year. At least the next book in Sepia is Nameless, and then after that it's Demon. So, giving you a heads up. Applying peer pressure. I don't think I can write any faster than I write now. Right now I'm writing 2 projects at the same time. I saw this great interview with, what's her name? Marie Force. She writes romance. But she made this great comment. She said, I usually have 2 projects going on at once, sometimes 3. And I'm like, wow. But she also has 80 books out. So there's something to be said for that kind of productivity. So I'm attempting. I used to always say I'm never going to write more than 1 book at a time. But I'm attempting it this time because it's 2 very different books. I mean, in terms of Walking the Razor and the other project. And I think I can pull it off if I keep the books very different from. So it's not similar to like Monty and Strong. It could be Monty and Strong and the darker project. I can do that. Hello, Greta. Welcome for joining us. And good morning or evening, wherever you are. So if I do it that way, I think I can pull it off where I have 2 very different books, so I can kind of switch gears on different projects. Oh, Luann, you'll have plenty. Yeah, you'll have, if this works out the way I want it to work out, you'll have Walking the Razor and a trilogy, hopefully, by the time. Because then I got to create the arts, don't forget. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do, that's, Craig, and that's my concern. I never want to do patterned writing or cookie cutter stories ever. So that's why I shy away from too many projects at once, because they do need time to simmer. They need time to kind of percolate in my head. And even in the midst of a project, like I'll write for days, to continuous days, and then sometimes I'll stop a day or 2 just to let a situation kind of unravel so I can figure it out. Yeah, Davina, that's a great, work on the project that I'm in the mood for. But I'm always in the mood for Monty and Strong. Always. That never changes. That's like, it's always there. But that's a good way to do it. I know a lot of writers who write that way, where they write according to what mood they're in. So I'm gonna move Peaches because he's in my way. All right, let's see. Yeah, and see, here's my thing about that. There are a lot of writers I know who write to market, who write prolifically and write fast. And I'm a proponent of quality over quantity, but you could have both, because there, we stand on the shoulders of people like Asimov and a lot of writers who wrote prolifically but wrote really good works. And Bradbury used to say, write a short story every week, even if it's crap. By the end of the year, you'll have 52 short stories, and some of them will be good. But I don't want to put out junk. I don't want to put out rushed work. So, so I'll try not to rush the work, and I'll try not to stick to, like, I don't want it to be formulaic in terms of like Monty and Strong, And it's because you as a reader, and I know me as a reader, I was sharing some books with Dolly that I was just picking up and trying out the first, because I do that occasionally. I'll just pick up a book, read the first page, I'll read the first line, first paragraph, first chapter, right? First page, then first chapter. And some of them I was like, wow, no, this isn't gonna work. And I'll stop, right? If I'm not hooked by the first chapter, I'm done. I won't read the book. That's just me, because I don't have the time to push through a book. So, so I try not to be that way as a writer. So let's see what Davina says. Want a peaches? Any joy on getting more of them for us? I have to get more done, and then we'll have more, I guess, what are they, raffles? What do they call them? Contests to win them? Yeah. I'm getting signals from the side. So we'll get more peaches done, so eventually everyone will have a peaches. Yeah. Brian says he's only here to see peaches. Here, Brian. I have 2. But one has been appropriated by my youngest Valkyrie. Yeah. And on the side, it says, in runes, it says peaches. That's peaches. So, yeah, okay. Move the peaches over there. Feed them a sausage or something. Yeah. Luann wants to know if you're going to poke your head out. Poke your head out. That is not Dolly. That is Peaches. Yeah, okay, so here's my strategy with writing in terms of that. Like someone was commenting about the shorts. Not the shorts that I'm wearing, the shorts that I write. So I'll write a novel, and then I'll write a short. And I'll write a novel, and I'll write a short. And a lot of people are asking, why do you do that? And it's because the shorts kind of tide the readers over until the next novel comes out. So that's why I try to do it that way. I try to write a short story in between the novels. And since the M&S world is so big, I can always pick a character to write a short story from. So it's really easy, you know? So yeah, you're welcome, Brian. You got to see some peaches. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, the person who did them, I sent her the runes. I had to do I forgot what it's the 4th arc, I believe, alphabet. And I had to send her various iterations of peaches in the runic alphabet and various alphabets, so she could pick the one. This peaches is handmade. Like each one is handmade. This isn't like a factory mass-produced thing. So the runes are hand cut and then attached somehow. I think they're glued on to the side of peaches. Yeah. So it's a lot of work. It takes weeks and weeks to get one. So we're trying to find. Right now with COVID, it's hard because most of the larger places are closed. So, and I like supporting independent artists. So it takes a long time to get one. And so we order a bunch at a time. And then what we'll do is probably stock up eventually and then start having some kind of contest to win them, you know? So it's yeah. Jeanette, yeah, that's a real book reader problem, waiting for the next book, for sure. Yeah, Craig, see, I got, on one of the ads, Craig says a little peaches needs the ebon stone collar with the runes. On one of the ads, I had, the cover designer had created a pinch collar, and I got the craziest comments about how that's inhumane, how that's wrong, you should never have a pinch collar. And I have a dog, I don't use a pinch collar, I just use a regular, collar. And I wanted to say it's a fictional animal, not really having a pinch collar, but it is what it is. So. Hello, Audrey's on YouTube. Hello, Audrey. All right, so this is like an emergency. So if you have a moment, Carrie, put the link in the post. Go to Carrie's work on Voice Club. I think it's Voice Club or Voice.club. Put the link up, Carrie, and go vote for Carrie so she can stay in her spot. I think she's on 3rd or 4th place. She's written some great shorts that are really poignant, really awesome. So go vote for her. Upvote her so she can stay in her 3rd or 4th, or maybe even take 1st. Okay? Malcolm says, as long as it gets to Peaches, I can do what I want with the rest. Yeah, Malcolm, okay. Peaches is not fictional. Sorry, I apologize. Jeanette, what about Mercedes Lackey? What about her? Tell me. Ooh, that's interesting, Greta. An adult coloring book. That's interesting. That's a good idea. Okay? But guys, don't forget to vote for Carrie. Okay? An adult coloring book would be actually a great idea. I didn't even consider that. Okay, so that's something to think about, an adult coloring book. How we would even do it? Maybe we can have the range do the covers without color, and maybe just have the colors and you can color them in. I don't know. We'll see. Which list am I being added to, Jeanette? Whoa. So what else are we discussing? Okay. So yeah. So Sepia Blue. You're gonna have to forgive me. I have to read Nightmare again, just to get back into the mindset for Sepia. I think I'm gonna do it first person. We'll see. We'll see how the first few chapters of the next book of Sepia go. We'll see. It might have to be 3rd person. It might have to be 1st person. We'll see. Craig Dragon, take it easy, and have a great weekend. Great coming by. Right. Could even be a PDF. Oh, look, yeah, a PDF downloadable book. That's an interesting idea. Thanks, Malcolm. That's a great idea. We have watchers on YouTube, Carrie. So if you can post the link, Chris is just informing us. We could put up the link, and people on YouTube also around the world can vote for you. So yes. So put that up there, Carrie. Come on, put the link up. And we can get you some votes. Also, don't forget, I don't know if you guys saw the post by Noah. If you're an aspiring, and I hate using the word aspiring, if you're a writer or an author, whether you're published or not, and you can write short, humor, have a conversation with Noah. He's in the group. He has an anthology coming up, and I don't know if he's still accepting submissions, but have a conversation with him. And maybe he can put your work into his anthology. I don't know. I think he has a lot of authors already, so I don't know if the submissions are closed. But just maybe he'll put another anthology together. You never know. So have a conversation with Noah and see if you can submit your work to him. And he's editing this anthology for a great charity for that Rick Walteri is heading, and it's for authors. I believe it's for authors that need help, during tough times. So there you go. So speak to Noah about that if you're a writer, aspiring. I don't want to say aspiring. If you're a writer, an author, published or not, and see if he's still accepting submissions. Okay. So Noah says submissions until the end of October. It's flash fiction, so you have lots of room. There's leeway. It doesn't need to be a novel. I think you can go as short as a few hundred words, as long as 1,000 words. So listen, this is your chance, and he has some real heavy hitter authors in this anthology. So this would be great for you to be like, you get on that in that anthology and say you were published along this person, and it's for a great cause. So speak to Noah, please, and he'll give you all the details. He already posted in the mob, but he can probably give you more details if you speak to him directly. Lindsay, hello, welcome. How much time do we have? Wow. Oh, we got plenty of time. So I keep thinking we're almost out of time, but we started at 11:30, so that's awesome. So I didn't share. I wanted to share with you guys one of the reviews for Dark Glass. It's I know I spoke about it in our last episode. I think I'm going to share it in the mob at some point. I don't really like to single out reviews, but this is a 4-star review, and it was really positive. It was pretty much positive, but she was upset about the cliffhanger ending. And so, but it was fun. It was a fun read. I don't really read reviews because my opinion is that once the book is out in the world, yes, I wrote it. Yes, it's my book, but it also belongs to the readers. So everyone's entitled to their opinion. Yeah. So yes. So, Jeanette, yeah, submit a story for sure. Luann, speak to Noah. It's a humor anthology with some really great authors. It's for a great cause. Noah's in the room. He's part of our mob. He was a mod as well, and he has all the details. He's also editing the anthology, and so there's a judging process. So just write what you can, and then he'll let you know if you can be in the anthology. I think it has to be humorous. So. And I guess humor is subjective, but you know. Gusto. What is Gusto, Cynthia? So if you have questions, PM Noah, because he can definitely give you all the details you need. Matthew, Stuart Thomas, welcome. Good morning, or actually at this point, good afternoon on our end. Yeah, please. Noah can use all the authors. It's better he have an abundance of authors. It would be awesome if he could even have maybe 2 anthologies eventually if he gets that many authors. Although I might be creating more work for Noah. But it's good that he has too many authors than too few. How's that? Oh, Ratatouille. The movie? Because I know that movie well, Cynthia. Cynthia in the movie. Yeah. Oh, Chris is alright, so if you see Chris's post, Chris is putting up the voice.club information. Go there and vote for Carrie, please. Read her work too. It's short, but it's really awesome. So go there, read her work, vote for her, and keep her in the running. Oh yes, Cynthia, it's true. Chef Gusteau, anyone can cook. Yes, this is true. What's not right, Chris? Anyone can write. I think here's my position. I think everyone is creative and it has different expressions for each person. So some people can write, some people will find a different way to express their creativity. But I think everyone is creative. Some people, their brains just don't process the creativity in writing, but can do it in sculpture. They can do it in other ways. So the link is up, guys. Click on that link and go vote for Carrie. You've got 2. She said that the voting ends in 2 hours. So let's vote for her. I already voted. So vote for her and let's keep her in the top 1. Make her number 1. Luann, how are you finding the Death Wish? Are you enjoying it? Oh, the feed slowed down a little bit. Yeah. Look for Carrie. And that's her right there. Yeah, that one. So the 2 stories are Homecoming and A Sense of Being. Read those. It's not going to take you long because I think there's a limit on how long they can be. Read those and then vote. But they're really awesome, very short stories. Not everyone's going to voice.club. It's awesome. That's good. Yeah. Gives me a time to catch up on the feed. You guys are like, wow, fast. But this is what I love about you guys. The mob is awesome. You guys are really active. I mean, it impressed me incredibly. I'm always impressed when any of the books gets the orange sticker. because you guys are so fast, you know. So let me see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Luann. Yeah, it's strong. So yeah, awesome, Chris. I hope it works. Yeah, we love you back, Carrie. Don't worry. Once you're in the mob, you're family. So, you know, that's how it is. What happened? It got kind of... The feed got weird. What happened? Is it because I moved the phone? Jeanette, that's a good... I'm going to be exploring that in Walking the Razor, but I explore that in most of the Monty and Strong books, Good and Evil and Dark and Light. It's like I was saying... Dark doesn't necessarily mean evil, and light doesn't necessarily mean good. So it's going to be interesting to see, because if you think about, let's say, a character like Gray, or even let's go back to like Dex, there has to be a certain amount of darkness in Dex to attract the Morrigan. You know? So it's a balance between the two. Okay, let's see. What else does Lou answer? Oh, you don't like the smell, but you love the coffee. It's interesting that you don't like the smell, but you can appreciate the coffee, because usually they go together. What is it? Also, do you mind if what is iflick? Can you fill me in with iflick? What is flick? Because I don't know. Filk? What is filk? Clue me in, Jeanette. What is filk? Yeah, Jenny wants to know too. Welcome, Mark. Good afternoon. FB hates you now. Sorry. It's hard to get on sometimes. I think also because they're doing that new user interface. So that they're trying to really force the new UI. I don't know what filk means. Can someone tell me what filk means? Filk. I don't know. Is it like folk and film? I don't know. It's like a mix. Let's see. Wendy, which story? I don't know which story. Oh, Wendy, the stories are... What is the story for Carrie? Homecoming and A Sense of Being. Wendy, those two stories. Sci-fi folk. Oh, okay. Folk music. Got it. It is folk music. Sci-fi folk music. Awesome. Yeah, Chris, that's exactly how I feel about the new FB UI. And I get another entire thing cramping my feed because of the admin window. So it's ridiculous. Oh, okay, I see, Cynthia. Got it. Okay. Fantastic. So once the anthology that Noah has, that he's editing, we'll do a nice push to make sure that everybody gets it, okay? So we can contribute to the charity. So, oh, Cynthia, that's awesome. Sweet dreams of made of cheese. Who am I to disagree? I like that one. That is good. Okay, well, that's kind of like what I do with the words that I make up in Monty and Strong. Whoa, we have 8 people on YouTube. Hello, YouTubers. Hello, world. How are you? Welcome. I'm glad you're here with us. Thank you. Feel welcome. You're in our coffee clutch. We drink coffee mostly, but there are a lot of tea drinkers here as well. We're equal opportunity beverage consumers. So yeah, that's incredible. Fantastic. Yeah, thank you for explaining, because I didn't know what filk was at all. So yeah, I appreciate that. And I like that Eurythmics filk. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. That's fantastic. Oh, let's see. I get it, yeah. Well, oh, welcome back, Paige. You were frozen? Hello, Robert. Welcome. Good afternoon. Jenny, that's also good. Yeah, any way that we can contribute. A lot of authors are helping out in different ways. So yeah. Chris, you're doing your best Scotty impression. Captain, I'm giving her all she's got. That was always great to hear in an episode. Scotty, I need more power. You know? Exactly, Chris. Scotty, I need more power. That's how awesome Scotty was. He's the only red shirt that survived every episode of Star Trek. That's how powerful Scotty was, for sure. So, someone pointed that out to me, and it's like, oh, that's true. Yeah, Scotty was a red shirt. If you don't know what red shirts are, ooh, wow. Yeah. My video wasn't. Oh, okay. It's just cutting in and out. I did not dye. I did not agree to dye my eyebrows green. I already did the purple dye for Jeez, it was one of the collaborations with John. I don't know which was Dragons, Torment, or Dragon. One of the Badlands. But yeah, we did the pre-orders. Let's see. Luann says, my brain's a bit strange. Skunk smells like lemon. Wow. It could be synesthesia. Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. And yes, Chris, as we always say, everything is connected. That might have to be the tagline for the mob. Everything is connected. Jeanette, exactly. Scotty is the ultimate red shirt. He's the only one that survived everything. For sure. See, we're all connected. Yeah, no, the only dyeing that's going on, that's happening here is you. I think you should dye your head blue, like in honor of Bert. So that if you get 2,000, you should dye your head blue. It's interesting, Luann, because usually the connection, like between the scent of coffee and the taste, are very connected. But there are some people who can smell it and not be able to drink it, and there are some people who can't stand the smell. I mean, who can't stand the taste but love the smell of it. So it's interesting. Yeah. I touched upon that a little bit in the Rule of Council, like when Michiko orders tea but she doesn't drink tea, because she just likes the smell. It reminds her when she could drink tea. So, and some people, it's the same thing with coffee. They can smell it and it smells great, but they can't stand the taste. So, hey Noah, how are you? We are worldwide. We're international. Yes, Jenny. I learned that from Highlander. You don't mess with Scots. So there you go. Malcolm, Frozen. Are you Frozen, or are you talking about the movie Frozen? I hope if you're Frozen, or if I'm frozen, that I am free soon. Am I frozen on your end? Awesome. I didn't know that, Luann. Luann says that everyone who dies in the new generation is a yellow shirt. I didn't know that. Maybe they changed, maybe the yellow shirt was the new red shirt for the next generation. We'll just let it go. Yes, Davina. Oh, I see, it does, it cuts in and out. It's weird. Yes, auto carry will do that. Yeah, I saw that too, Carrie. It freezes and then the video quality gets a little funky and then it settles in. But I'm on the phone and the phone looks great. I don't know what's going on. It's FB again. But it's a few seconds and then it cuts back in. Yeah, Jeanette says there's a few interesting syndromes where senses are disconnected from the norm. It's interesting because it's this disconnect. It's how our brains function sometimes, you know. And you get this weird. It's almost like crossing of the wires. Yeah, I think we're doing great for a phone connected to FB. Yeah, I think we're doing great. So, well, yes, and that connection. So Luann says I have Tourette. So that connection could be linked to other things as well. So yeah, I can definitely see it. Jenny says red shirts became too predictable. Maybe it's possible. I mean, like I said, Scotty never died, so maybe I think it was red shirts coupled with the fact that you didn't know who the actor was, and you knew that if they beamed down to a planet, that was it. They're done. So, yeah, it was red shirts and ambiguity, like red shirts and who is that guy? Oh, next victim. Got it. So it's something like that. Could be that, Malcolm. The technology is amazing because we are across an ocean here, and it's awesome. Let's see, what is Paige saying? R.L. King has a character who processes sound and color, so paint songs. Right, Gray has that. Also, he senses, I want to say energy, runic energy, as smells. So, and that's why he drinks coffee, because it calms his migraines. Oh, wow, yeah, that can be hard to do. So Jeanette says essential tremors, shaking while trying to type can be. How do you even manage that? That's got to be challenging. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's going into neuroplasticity, right, Jeanette? That you could actually retrain your brain. Like people who suffer traumatic events and have to learn how to write again, or learn how to speak, learn how to do certain things, learn how to walk. Basically what they're doing is they're retraining their brain or rewiring their brain. And so it is possible because you have neuroplasticity. It's not easy, but what you're doing is you're creating new pathways in your brain to do the things that you wanted to do. And it's been shown that your brain can do that. It is adaptable. But you just have to create new pathways in your brain. So yeah. Jenny, yeah, that was the thing. This is the most dangerous planet ever. So we're gonna take the entire command crew and Jenkins, come on, let's go. Some guy who we don't know, and of course we'll send Jenkins first to go check out that strange anomaly that looks lethal. Let's go send him. I think Jeanette, yeah, and it's true. Jeanette says research shows it's possible to move right brain functions to the left brain. I think it's because you're forced to. You have to in order to be able to continue function. But the great thing is that your brain is adaptable, that you could switch functions. Which also, if you think about it, if you extrapolate that, could you increase the functionality of your brain so that you use both more of your right and left brain functions and be able to switch them or interchange them easily? That would be interesting to look at that. Yeah. Well, Chris, yeah, it's very much like the military. You send a new guy out on point. Go take that hill. Yeah, but there's gunfire. I didn't ask about the gunfire. I said go take that hill, and you end up being the red shirt. Welcome, Joni. Welcome to you came. We still have oh my god, we have 40 minutes. That is so awesome. I'll tell you exactly how much time we have. Hold on, I have a timer. We have 27 minutes, 28 minutes. Why did I think 40 minutes? I'm slowing time down. We've entered a ZAZZLE zone. Yes, Malcolm. Yeah, when here's the thing about killing main characters, and I still learned my lesson from the time Peaches had a near-death experience. What happened? Did I freeze? No. It's weird. Okay. I'm fine here. I'm just not fine on FB. It's so weird. Am I fine on your end? Oh, wow. All right, let's see. Luann, I can do that. I have been ambidextrous for a long time. That's because I hurt my right hand when I was younger, and I was forced to write with my left hand for a while. Yes, Jenny, you can increase brain function on both sides. There are MRI studies on it. But I think it'd be awesome if we could just find a way to do it without needing to go through so much work, you know? Malcolm wants to know if Death had Peaches had a near-death experience. Not Death had a near-Peaches experience. Yes, Davina, I like that quote too. Theirs was not the reason why, theirs was but to do and die into the valley of death. Yep. No, I see you. I mean, I don't see your comments, so maybe they're freezing. But that's okay, Noah. Talking to yourself is okay too. Yeah, I don't kill main characters. I'll put them through hell, but I don't kill main characters. The last author that did that to me got a really angry email, so I know what it's like. Mark says the freeze was because I mentioned killing main characters and everyone held their breath. It's like, no, I learned my lesson when Peaches came close to death. I got a lot of interesting texts, emails, yeah. And this is just, I mean, I always said Peaches is the hero of Monty and Strong, of the series. But there were a lot of, there were a lot of rough emails and texts and messages when Peaches nearly died. So, yeah. And then I did it again. But that time it was obvious that it wasn't real. So. But the first time I was like, whoa, did you just kill the dog? And it was like, did you really kill Peaches? Yeah, that was rough. I like Master Yacht and his stick of neuroplasticity. Davina says, my dad is ambidextrous. He's a natural lefty who was forced to be right-handed at school. Yeah. The reason why, because left-handed people, at least in this country, I don't know about other places in the world, there's a stigma with being left-handed. In Spanish, it's called the siniestra, which is rooted in sinister. And you'll see that most things in society are made for right-handed people because there's a stigma with being left-handed. And in school, I remember when I was young, if you wrote with your left hand, they forced you to write with your right hand. So you would see lefties, they would, lefties write kind of differently, like this. They would force the lefties to write with their right hands. And to get a scissor, for left-handers, it's a special scissor for people who are left-hand dominant. Yeah, so, yeah. That's really ambidextrous, Jenny. Writing different things with both hands. I think piano is great for that. When you learn to play piano, because both hands have to work at the same time. Noah says, I remember that. It was almost Monty and John Wick. Yeah, you never killed a dog. Never, ever killed a dog. Yeah, it's same thing for me, Jeanette. Jeanette says I'm very character-centric, and I've been known to stop reading a series if my favorites get dead. Yeah, I like how you say "get dead," like it's an illness. They got dead. Yeah, same thing here. Like I had one author do that, and I was like, yeah, there goes the series. So yeah. There's a left-handed screwdriver. I know there are wrenches that are made for lefties. You just gotta, schools need to change. I don't know if they're still doing that in school where they force kids are using mostly keyboards these days anyway, so it's not so much writing. But I know a lot of schools, when I was going to school way back, when we used stone tablets and chisels, if you were a lefty, they forced you to use your right hand, which was messed up because it messes with your brain, So, alright, so just to remind you guys, because you only have, I think, an hour and a half, maybe, to vote for Carrie. It's Homecoming and A Sense of Being is the other one. A Sense of Being is the Homecoming and A Sense of Being. Go vote, please, at voice.club. Let's see. A lot of time I still get confused giving left, right. Yes, it's because it's, well, like what Wendy says. I think get dead is an old mafia term. Yeah, you keep doing that, you're gonna find yourself getting dead. Yeah, I could definitely see that, Wendy. Being ambidextrous, how grandpa being a doctor. Yeah, because if you can do things with both hands, that's fantastic. Being ambidextrous. I think like I was saying, I think piano is great for that. That kind of instrument is great because you get both hands working, both sides of the brain are firing. So that is awesome. I have a left-handed friend who sometimes puts out his left-handed bread knife. Oh my God, Elaine, that's horrible. So the right-handers find out that it's really hard to cut with the wrong implement. Yes, because that is a left-handed person's life. Everything is really geared towards right-handed people. So then you get to see, oh, wow, everything is difficult for left-handed people. Yeah, it's true. So yeah. And that way they can, that right-handers can appreciate that, oh, wow, everything is really for a right-hander. And I really mean, like, everything. So, yeah, if you haven't voted for Carrie, please go to voice.club and pick out Homecoming and A Sense of Being, 2 very short pieces that she wrote. That's Carrie Ann O'Leary, our author, one of our resident authors. And go vote for her, please. Vote for her pieces so she can stay in the top spots. Also, if you are a writer, author, you've been thinking about writing, speak to Noah. He has an anthology that he is putting together of some really awesome authors. And it's a humor anthology, so if you write funny stuff, or you think you write funny stuff, speak to Noah, PM him, contact him, and see if you can get into the anthology. Luann, thank you for being here. And go find the YouTube link for Carrie and vote, please. Have a great weekend, Luann. Drink more Death Wish. It's awesome for you. Well, Malcolm, yeah. When you're playing snooker, playing guitar, billiards, all that stuff requires, like, I played handball, so I used to use both hands. But I knew people who used to do backhand because they could never use the left hand. But I made sure that I used my left hand. Right, yeah, exactly, Jeanette. Yeah. There you go, yeah. I know that Venus, I know a right-handed guy who plays guitar left-handed because his left-handed brother got into guitar first, and he learned, and he learned his brother's guitar, and they are different. I've seen both, yeah. It is, yeah. Elaine, I agree. Lefties often think they're clumsy, but when they have things designed for lefties, it changes everything. Jenny says, I don't want an adult today, so let's just keep things going, okay? All right, so I'm going to jump into the questions because we have a bunch of them, and we only have 18 minutes. So I'm going to start jumping into the questions. That's true, Davina. Ayrton would say, hey, send my stories to Noah. All right, so we have questions. These are Audrey's questions. Audrey, of course, these are Audrey's questions because Audrey is the question queen. All right, here we go. What's the most difficult thing about writing characters of the opposite sex? Let's see, I have the questions also here. So I have them in 2 places. Dolly writes them down for me, and I also have them in the feed. Okay, Audrey, the most difficult thing about writing characters that are the opposite sex, making sure that women aren't just men with female names. So writing women as women. Because you can't write them the same. Different ways that they fight, different ways they react, different ways that they think, different ways that they speak. Yeah, it's not just writing a male with a female name. So it's really different. It's different. So the most difficult thing is about being authentic to the fact that it's a woman and not just a man disguised as a woman. Which would be a whole different kind of novel anyway. Right? So it's different. That's the most difficult thing. And about being authentic to making it a female. So it's different. Yeah, that would be the most difficult. Not blending into making it a guy disguised as a woman. So that's the most difficult thing, being true to that. I think I pull it off pretty okay, but most of my women are also badasses. I don't write weak women. I never have. I wasn't raised by a weak woman, and I don't let the women in my life be weak. So that's another reason why my female characters are all badasses. So yeah. Okay, so if you have any comments on that, let me know. And I put a book recently about Fight Like a Girl. The woman, Ike Flintheart, she is an author who is currently diagnosed with terminal cancer, and they gave her 6 months to live. And she's also an Aikido practitioner for 20 years. She was in an interview with James Blatch from Mark Dawson's course. So but she's a good author, and she wrote a book called Fight Like a Girl, writing fighting scenes from a woman's point of view, and how women would react, and how are they different from men in the fight scenes. Also, I have a lot of experience with fight scenes and fighting. I've been practicing martial arts for a long time, so for me, writing female characters, female fight scenes, I can kind of get into that. So yeah, I've seen, Davina, a lot of the writing that men do when they write women, and I'm like, have they never met a woman? It's like the strangest thing, you know. It's like, okay, just a simple course in anatomy, okay? Really? And so I try to be very authentic when I write women, and the women that I write, I have yet to write a woman that was a damsel in distress. I don't think I ever will. It just won't happen, you know? So, yeah. Next question from Audrey, the question queen. What are you interested, what house are you, oh no, sorry, I'm jumping a question. What are you interested in that most people aren't? Oh, wow, there's a lot. Let's see. I write calligraphy. I'm good at calligraphy. I've practiced calligraphy. Martial arts, obviously. I did it for 30 years, so it's a small population, even though a lot of people practice it, but a lot of people don't practice it for the length of time that I've practiced it. There are a lot of things that I'm interested in. That's what makes my brain kind of weird and interesting. But there are a lot of things that I'm interested in that most people aren't. I think that's what gives me a singular perspective on many things. So, yeah, but fonts, handwriting, things like that, old alphabets, I'm interested in that kind of stuff. A lot of it is cerebral, a lot of it is physical. Yeah, so, yeah. All right, next. What are you interested in that... Oh, I'm sorry, that's the next one. What house from a movie would you like to live in? Wow. That's a good one. So many houses. I'm going to pick a few. Hey, Darren, welcome. I would like to live in a house with a clock in the walls, because that was a really awesome house. I love to live in Bruce Wayne's manor because it's just enormous and it has a bat cave. I would love to live in the Addams Family house because I'm sensing a theme here. I would love to live in the Addams Family house because it's just creepy and cool. Let's see. There are a few houses that I would love to live in from movies. But if I had to pick one, I would pick Bruce Wayne's manor just because it has so much room. And combine that with a house with a clock in the walls because it's magical. So those two. Yeah. So I would do those two. I'm hearing noise. Oh, okay. All right, next question. If you could change one thing from your childhood, young adult, this is Malcolm Robertson's question. What would it be? Oh, I wouldn't change anything because, as we both know, with time travel and things like that, who you are as a child or a young adult forms who you become later on as an adult. So, in order for me to be me, I wouldn't change anything. I had a lot of rough spots in my childhood, but I would maintain them. So, yeah. So I wouldn't change anything, Malcolm. My life was pretty awesome. Even with all the difficulties that I had growing up, my life was still pretty awesome. All right, what advice would you give younger you? This is also Malcolm's question. Thanks, Malcolm. What advice would you give younger you that you think you would listen to? Write earlier. Start writing really young. Write all the hard junk out of your system so you can get to the writing that you want to do. Write earlier. That's what I would say. Another question from Malcolm. Will we find out about the voice that Simon heard while under the influence of Dragon Blood? Nope, not for a while. But yes, you will eventually. So yes, the answer is yes, but no. Not immediately. But you will, yes. Laura Tallman asks, how do your children view your writing? Out of my children, the one who really reads it, the warrior, Ray, he loves my writing. He's usually the first one that reads everything after Dolly. So, and then he tells me, okay, where's the next one? Like, I can publish a book, he'll read it the same day, and he says, okay, where's the next one? I'm like, I just finished that one. Yeah, I know, but now where's the next one? So, he enjoys it. He's 14, so he's old enough to kind of get most of the references in the story. Not the Star Wars, Star Trek, because Both of those are way before his time, but the other ones, yes. Let's see. And I'm not referring to the feed because I'm reading the questions and answering them, but I can see you guys are talking, so please speak amongst yourselves. All right, Chris asks, will Monty's schism affect the Dragon Blood and Simon when he confronts Monty? Will they both teeter on the edge? They both can't teeter on the edge at the same time, but if you notice that Simon's energy signature is all scrambled, it has a lot to do with that Dragon Blood, but he can't teeter on the same edge as Monty. But they will have effects on each other. So yes, they'll both teeter on the edge at different times. Chris also asks, how sharp is the razor's edge? Extremely sharp. Hope that answers that. Heather asks, will we ever see the use of the dead body, the uber stinky spell they used to clear Times Square Station, and the simulacra spell again? Maybe, maybe not. It depends. Those are very specific castings that they needed for that specific event. So it depends on that's a contextual thing. So it depends on if they need something like that again. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, let's see. I don't think I have any other questions. Do I have any other questions? I think that's it. No. All right, awesome. How much time do we have? That was great. We've got 10 minutes. So if you have any questions, now is the time to ask them. Question for Dolly. Ooh. That's a good question. Please answer that question. I'd like to know the answer. Davina put you on the spot. Go.
Well,
welcome, Karen. Go ahead.
Davina,
Wait, can you hear her? Say, test.
Hello.
We still have 10 minutes, Karen, so.
She can hear me. Davina, to answer your question, honestly, I would not have. Not because it's, has anything to do with it being Orlando. It's just that and please do not, all of you do not be in an uproar, but I don't really read urban fantasy. Okay, most of the books that I read tend to be more on the non-fictional side of things. So coming across a book that is, in the urban fantasy section would not really have happened on my Kindle Unlimited.
Did you get that, Davina? I hope you heard her. Awesome. Yeah, she's a big KU fan right now. Well, recently, right? You recently got into KU, Hassan?
It's been 2 years, but
yeah, she's huge in KU now. Even more now.
Since we're all
she's like, KU, yes. So she's not big into urban fantasy, but she doesn't have a choice. So there.
But I am very big into Orlando's books.
She doesn't have a choice. Karen wants you to poke your head in. Come poke your head in. Say hello.
But I haven't done my hair.
She hasn't done her hair. Sorry, Karen. She hasn't done her hair. I have that same problem.
Okay,
This is true. She's poking her head in.
Hi. Is it weird hearing the voice and seeing the head?
Yeah, Chris probably since about September 2018. Yeah. Jenny, I agree. I mean, I'm of the mind that you read what you like to read. So I know that Monty Strong. I have reviews to prove that not everyone likes Monty Strong. I don't know how that could happen, but it's true. And how can everyone not love Peaches? It boggles the imagination. But it happens. So, everyone has writing and books are subjective like any other kind of art. Some people see a piece of work on a wall and see just a mess, and other people see and are inspired. So I can give you my experience of the tape for that. Yeah. So Wendy said, for a second I was wondering why Dolly was a fan of Kansas University. So Yeah. So Jeanette, one of the reasons why, so you're kind of new to the mob, but one of the reasons why my books are always on KU is because I have a lot of readers who are on fixed budgets, and KU increases the accessibility. So that's why my books will always be on KU. I'll never take them off KU. At least not Monty and Strong. I don't think I take any book off KU since I've had them. So because I want as many people to read them as possible, and KU makes it easy. So there you go. There's another question for you, Dolly. Awesome. Did you read it? It's have you started reading more urban fantasy? That's Malcolm's question.
Well, you know how many books he's published, right? So yes, I have been reading a lot more urban fantasy.
Yeah.
But my urban fantasy books have been 99.99999% written by an author that you might know.
Yeah.
Which is him.
It's a very narrow pool. Mark says we need to expand the mob. How do we get Monty and Strong books onto the required reading list at universities and schools? Yeah, that'd be great. Let's see. There was one special lost the feed from Melbourne. Oh, cool. That's awesome, Jeanette. Yes, Jeanette, same thing. A lot of my money as a child went to my books. I used to have an account back when we had a local bookstore in the neighborhood where they would hold books for me when they would come in, and I had like a tab. And I also had a comic book store tab too. So I would pick the comics I would want every month, and they would hold the books for me, the comic books, and then I had a tab. They would come in and I would just pick up my bag full of comic books that they would separate for me. So most of my childhood money went to books and comic books. So, yeah. Yeah, you got questions. That's so awesome. Keep asking Dolly questions. She likes when you guys ask questions. Yeah. I like Davina's answer. She goes, need to go kid friendly, start them young. I keep considering letting Aiden help shred, but not sure if Orlando. Hey, if he could shred, let him shred. Sure, why not? I'm open to it. Yeah. I like what see. Did you see what Wendy said? So Wendy, there's a story there.
What story?
My mom used to tell me that I was robbing the cradle when every time she saw Dolly, because Dolly looks so young. Dolly's older than I am. She just looks, she's just well preserved. If they are, Paige, let me know. And yeah, if you could find it, let me know. I'm willing to donate for sure. Noah wants to know if John Logsdon has corrupted me. No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
No.
I think we mutually corrupt each other.
Yeah.
We've had many, many years doing that, so not a day passes. That we don't have.
Here you go. Mark is asking you a question. Awesome. Gina, I was exactly like you. Yeah. I was the one who was always reading. Let's see. That's awesome, Malcolm. Yeah, I grew up with that too. I only had one major bookstore, one major comic book store that would do that for me. Let's see. Yeah. This is very true, Jenny. Yeah, that's why I say I wouldn't mind. Like, there's no one like a kid, to be honest. They'll just tell you this is missing. And if it's Ayrton, I know the emphasis will definitely be on commas, for sure. Oh, Jeanette wants to know, what is my favorite comic book character? Come on, really, Jeanette? You haven't been in the mob that long. I have a few that are tied, but I would say Batman and Wolverine are two of my favorites. Batman for the obvious reasons, the tragic origin story, the fact that he has faced some of the most dangerous beings in the universe with no powers, just his wits and his gadgets, and that's more heroic than any of the heroes that have ever been created, because he has to rely on his humanity. And the fact that he can outwit most of them. So he's at genius level. And Wolverine, because he's Wolverine. And we have the Shredders. And Wolverine is pretty much like a Ronin. Like a masterless samurai. If you read early Wolverine, he's kind of based on that type of character. So, yeah, those two characters would be my favorite. Laura, have a great day and a wonderful weekend. And thank you for being here and hanging out with us for a little while. I don't know how much time we have left. How much time do we have left? We have a minute left, guys. We have a minute. Yeah, let's see. I can only imagine, Jenny, because I used to drive my teachers crazy, and I'm in New York. So I can only imagine, because after a while you read everything. Jenny's saying, being from a small town stunted my ability to read all I wanted. My teachers went nuts trying to keep me busy. I believe it. Orlando, my favorite Ninja Turtle. Yeah, I'm gonna say Splinter. How's that? Why would I go with a turtle? I'd go for the teacher. Let's see. If I had to pick between Batman and Wolverine, wow, Davina, that is a hard choice. Let's see. If I had to, I'd go Batman for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Only because I think also growing up, I had more exposure to Batman than Wolverine growing up. Wolverine was created within my lifetime. Batman is actually, I want to say 75 years old. So he's before I was even around. So there you go. I'm not quite that old. Favorite Transformer? Optimus. Come on. Followed closely by... No, Optimus. Optimus would be the best Transformer. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, early Wolverine for me was the best, Jeanette, for sure. Carrie, I hope you get first place. If you haven't, go vote for Carrie, please. I think the time is almost up. So, and our time is up. So, guys, as always, Mob family, it was fantastic hanging out with you. Keep asking questions to Dolly. That's awesome. And have a fantastic weekend. Oh, come, Zoya, come say goodbye. This is the youngest Valkyrie. Come stick your head in and say bye. Say bye-bye. Okay. That was the youngest Valkyrie. That's the one that appropriated the other peaches. Be excellent, guys. Have a fantastic weekend and be excellent, all right? You guys, be awesome. Bye.